microphone. That was what was wrong.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Oh, right. I hope you can hear me properly now. You know how Paul's like such a stroppy knickers?
You know, can you move a little bit further away from the microphone?
Why?
Because you were doing that to it. You were.
Yeah, well, you know how like Paul's like the king of stroppy knickers.
I invented stroppy knickers.
You did. When stroppy knickers were invented, Paul was at the front of the queue.
Stroppy marathons, knickers. If you don't mind.
We say panties to Snickers, don't we?
Indeed.
We like marathons.
Y fronts.
Sorry?
Y fronts.
I don't know. Y fronts.
Y fronts to Snickers.
Y fronts to panties to Snickers. Are they going to start going Twix's Raiders? I know we have this discussion about every 2 years on this programme. We're not going to call Twix's Raiders, are they?
I don't think they could really, no.
Well, they made marathon Snickers and we say panties to Snickers.
We do.
We did, in fact. We don't anymore.
Because we've given up on that one.
Why?
Because nobody remembers what a marathon was anymore.
I do.
I do as well.
That's because we're old people.
But, you know, there comes a time, perhaps in 10 years' time, like they've done with all the other sweets from our youth, when they'll bring back marathon.
They won't bring back mint
and they'll
crackers.
Still have Snickers as well, and we'll be buying Snickers and marathons because they'll have fooled us.
I know, those
because that's what they're like.
Yeah, I know.
The corporate types. Marketing people.
Yeah, the establishment.
Yeah.
Hey.
I think they should rename Mars bars Ian.
Ian bars?
Yeah.
Well, why not?
It's the comedy name of the 90s.
The 90s, in fact, exactly. Now, what was I saying about Paul being a stroppy knickers? Well, yeah. You know, like last week I was complaining because we're now in new studios. We've got this new house. The walls and the curtains and the floors and the ceilings have now been permeated with Samantha Meah juice. So in fact, I'm not feeling so bad as I did last week. Well, Paul has had a function taken. You know how he's not like terribly good at his job? You know,
I beg to differ.
You know how...
In fairness, Samantha does have cause to revise that opinion whenever I drive the programme, Paul. Then you become the greatest living engineer known to mankind.
Anyway, you know how Paul's like not...
That's right. Paul's not good at the job that Samantha can't do.
Yeah, but I'm an artist, you're an engineer, Paul.
All right.
And, okay, by some fluke of nature and of fate, you managed to wangle your way into having your own rotten show.
Expertise, I think it's called.
No, it's not called expertise, it's called being the only person on the planet who likes rock music.
The only person on the planet who owns Megadeth records.
Yeah, that's true, actually. I won't contradict you there, Flowery. Anyway, so Paul has had a vital function taken away from him, which means...
And it was painful, I can tell you.
No, it was very painful, which means that, you know, Paul, like, does everything technical, because that's the kind of technical whizzy brain he's got, although he's not very good at it. And he brings the mics up, puts the records on, logs the records, blah, 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 goes to travel. Well, now he's had one of those vital functions taken away, and he no longer has to turn the microphones up and down. And so, when records ends, he used to go, stand by, here's your mic, and now he just goes, stand by, I suppose. You're not happy, are you? You're being marginalised.
Having said that, I do have some power. While I can't turn them up, I can turn them off.
Ah.
So watch out.
Oh, right, scared now. Phew. Anyway, Paul, what kind of a week have you had?
Well, I've been out trick-or-treating, of course.
Yeah,
I didn't need any makeup or any of that stuff.
So you left your costume on, haven't you, tonight?
Right,
Boom.
So, you know, in preparation for Halloween. Of course, I stayed at my mate's hotel as well, you know. I was thinking, you know, what's the point of having a friend who owns a hotel?
Have you got a friend who owns a hotel?
No, I'm just making a point. What's the point of having a friend who owns a motel if you can't stay there for free?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know.
What
this
are
is
you
the
on
point I'm
about?
trying to make. Anyway, and I went to the opening of this new club in Birmingham. It's called The Foundry.
Oh, right.
Which is where
how terribly industrial.
Goldwyn's used to be.
Oh, right, cool.
And it's quite nice, and I saw those nice Box M Dommies chaps.
Oh, how are
They
they?
have an album coming out.
Yeah,
next
unfortunately,
year.
their albums are so full of profanities that we can't have them on the programme.
I know, it's
It
tragic,
would just
isn't
be
it?
beep, 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 all the way through, and it would sound like we got a squeaky rodent
But
on.
there are some nice tracks on there without profanity.
No, there aren't. I
seriously, I'm
refuse to
telling you.
believe it. And we can't even get them in to talk about it because we can't trust them, although we adore them, particularly Lloyd. We can't get them in.
We love them all deeply from the bottom of our pants.
From the bottom of our stroppy knickers, in
Indeed.
fact. And we can't have them in because they go swear, 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 swear. So they have to stay outside.
It'd be just like having Paul Moss on again, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would. He's doing the panto, Ian.
Is he?
Yeah, I asked him.
Oh.
As he's the only one of us who was ever an actor.
Was
Yeah.
he?
Paul, haven't you ever seen The Black Windmill with Michael Caine
No.
And Paul Moss.
and Paul Moss?
No, I haven't seen The Black Women with Michael Caine. And I'll have you know that I was an actor as well.
No, you weren't.
I was in many a school panto.
Once played the donkey. No, Tony Pye was the donkey. I was an Asian Mary in the Nativity play.
I was bashful in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And I also played...
Lofty in Snow White and the Four Dwarfs.
And that one as well. And because, I like to come back into the roles that I'm familiar with.
The roles that you've made your own.
Indeed. And I've been typecast really in that kind of role. But I also played a couple of roles in Bugsy Malone at high school.
Well, you didn't
Anyway.
exactly go to the Los Angeles High School of Performing Arts, did you? You went to Oldbury Comprehensive.
He nearly crushed me.
Anyway, have you got anything else to tell us about your week?
Afraid not.
What was all that stuff about staying in your friend's hotel for
No,
nothing?
it doesn't matter if you don't read the papers.
Oh, right, yeah, cool. I just didn't understand that and the seamless way you shifted from trick-or-treating to that.
Well, I couldn't really say very much about trick-or-treating, as I couldn't reveal the tricks that I played on the people who didn't give me a treat, because it would give people ideas out there and make them do foul things to other people. And there's already enough people putting up signs in their window saying "No trick-or-treater, I'm a Scrooge, humbug."
The
That
thing
kind of
is,
stuff.
trick-or-treating does not exist in this country.
It does. We had them
Trick-or-treating-
round our house the other night.
We should have told them to get lost. Say, go and move to America if you want to get up to that malarkey. We don't do it here in Oldbury.
If they've gone to the trouble of putting on their masks, I think that's fine by me.
I wasn't allowed to do stuff like that when I was a kid.
Or wear masks.
No, no, go
My parents told me to wear a mask every day.
go carol singing or Guy Fawkes singer or any of that.
Oh.
I wasn't allowed because Mum said, no, you can't do that, it's begging.
And she was safety conscious.
No, she just thought it was begging.
Oh well.
I don't agree.
No. Could have made some good money out there.
I know, exactly. Anyway, that was such a dull week. Ian, how was
You
yours?
always say that.
But sometimes you're really good. You astonish us by making up something brilliant.
Well, you see, you have to have 3 bad ones for every good one, so that,
Yeah,
when
I
the good
know,
one comes
tell me
along,
about
you
it.
say, Paul, did you make that up yourself?
Yeah, that's
You know.
true. Anyway, Ian, what about your week?
Not a whole lot happened in my week. I've been getting those dreams again, though.
Oh, did you see that guy who has dreams about the future?
No.
He was great. He was on this morning. It was incredible. Carry on.
Oh, hang on. I remember having a vision about that before it happened. Right. So, those dreams in full. Right, I've got a window seat on a 747. We're just flying out of Birmingham. And there's a gorilla outside. And it gets sucked into one of the engines. And we have to make an emergency landing in Belfast. You work that out.
Oh, don't. I can't. What else have you dreamt about?
I can't remember, but I did actually go to a birthday party last Friday that was thrown by Nameen, who stood in for Lisa for 1 week when she couldn't do it when I was doing the programme. And that was very nice. Nameen, who's breeding like anything. Hello, Nameen, if you're listening. I want to say happy birthday to Kaya.
Is it yours?
What?
The baby?
Don't think so.
Right.
Hello to Kaya, who's 1, and Serena, who's 2, and who celebrated by hitting me over the head with her own stuffed gorilla. Very nice of her.
Did you have the dream about the gorilla before or after you were hit over the head with
After.
it? Well, there's the connection, you see. Not as weird as you think, Ian.
And finally, you can actually buy these mail-order delights in certain small shops now.
I know, in San Francisco, in fact.
Yes, and also in one of those odd little stores that you get in the rag market in Birmingham and stuff like that. The latest one is it's the criminal justice bill riots, which are now being glazed into the handles of a canteen of cutlery.
Oh, right.
It's really good.
Oh, cool.
That's the top and bottom of my week.
Lisa, what kind of a week have you had?
Well, the royal family and I shared a pastime this week.
What was that?
We both went fox hunting.
You didn't.
Oh, sorry, no, it was flat hunting. Sorry. Not looking for a flat myself, looking for a flat with a friend, or rather for my friend, and
Why
we
can't
found a
your friend
rather
look for her
nice
own
one.
flat?
Oh, just, somebody to take along and look at. I just want to look at the curtains and carpets in somebody else's
right.
house. You know what it's like.
And besides, Lisa's the one with the horse, the horn, and the nice red jacket.
Exactly. Right, thank you. And started again a keep fit regime.
Why? You're as thin as, like, my pen.
Yeah, but I'm not fit.
Aren't you?
No, not at all. So joined a gym and I was doing fine. Went about 3 times this week. And I was doing fine till I discovered the jacuzzi and sauna. So it's bang goes the exercise, and there I am sitting in the sauna and whiling away the hours.
Oh, cool.
I thought
that's
so.
exciting.
If it's a jacuzzi you want, I'll just come round next time you're having a bath, get a straw and blow bubbles into it for you. It'd be cheaper.
Or have
You do that
beans before
anyway.
you have a bath.
Thank you, Samantha, for that lovely thought. And what kind of a week have you had?
Well, it was all going terribly well until I found a flea the size of a hamster on my cat. Where do they come from? Like, we have this flat that's never had cats in it until our cats came to live there. We have never, ever, we have a patio that's concreted over. There was a worm on it yesterday. Where did the worm go? There was a worm like this big.
Dropped from a bird's beak.
Do you think so? But wouldn't it have gone splat?
It might have done. Depends how high the bird was flying when it dropped it.
Well, it wouldn't have flown very low because our cats would have eaten the bird. But in fact, all they got was the worm.
And the flea.
And the flea, yeah, so the cat's got fleas. Isn't that gross?
Ick.
There's probably like fleas living
No wonder
in my
they've been in bad moods recently.
I know.
Maybe they're just bored and starting up a hobby of collecting things.
Yeah, maybe. But these aren't like normal fleas.
Do cat fleas live on humans?
They do if they haven't got any cats to live on. Like, so if I took Seymour and Hobbs to be put down, then the fleas would come and live with us.
Oh, nice.
Or on us. But
Maybe they regard humans as dessert.
well, no, I
Fancy
mean...
doing the town tonight? Maybe you and Mike constitute a pub crawl for a flea.
No. Well, I don't think I've been bitten by any of these horrible fleas yet, but they're massive. I think it's a new strain of German super flea. So Seymour is in fact a super flea guy. Take me high. Anyway, so
You're not close to any research hospitals, are you?
could we take the cats there and sell them?
No, I was thinking they might have bred these fleas on, some disgusting waste or another from the hospital.
They're this big, the fleas. They're like hamsters.
Oh dear.
Which means that they're easy to pick out, but we have to go to the vet and buy them flea collars and flea spray and all sorts of things, which they
Eek.
don't like very much.
You have to have your carpet doused in bleach or something.
We have floorboards, luckily, because we're trendy.
Oh, I say.
Flea collars don't work.
Am I the only one sitting here scratching as well at the moment?
Thing about flea collars is it's a beggar trying to get them on the fleas.
Little tiny flea collars. Anyway, that was the extent of my really, really exciting. I saw somebody exciting. Who did I see?
Samantha, that was really boring. I just thought I'd get even.
Thin ice. Close to the wind.
Something I saw some top famous celebrity and I can't. Oh, Rick Mail on Portobello Road.
Oh, I like Rick
yesterday.
Mail.
So do I. And
Did you say hello to him for me?
Well, no, because I've actually interviewed Rick Mail along with Gary Rice. We interviewed Rick Mail together, and
Hasn't he extended his name recently to Rick Mail Presents?
no, but he once while during the course of the interview, and I was interviewing him, he flung me over his shoulder and said, "Hey, baby, let's go for a sh." And you can imagine the rest of the word that
Shower.
he said. A
Something to do with
shower.
carpets?
Yes, exactly. And in fact, that's probably what he meant. He probably meant, "Hey, baby, let's go and buy a carpet together."
I think so.
And I thought, do I go up to Rick? Because, we caught each other's eye, because I was staring at him because he's famous. And we caught,
Fair enough.
And he sort of looked at me and I thought, it's a bit rude just to stare. Should I go, "Hi, I interviewed you 4 years ago. You obviously remember me." But I didn't, because he'd have said, "So what have you done since then?" And I'd have gone, "Oh, well, And I'd say, "What have you been doing since I last spoke to you?" And it would have all been horribly embarrassing and a bit cringeworthy, really.
Because he hasn't done a lot, has he?
No, not much. Well, made a movie, several successful TV series, blah, 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 Anyway, so there we are.
A friend of mine owns a hotel, by the way, so hello to Bill Strathallen, if you're listening.
Anyway, if you'd like to call us on the programme for any good reason, like a dedication or a joke, or if you'd like to tell us your views on Pulp Fiction, if you're over 18, which of course you have to be to see the movie, then the number to call is
0121 if you're outside Birmingham, 432